there's guys like Logan Paul and Jake Paul are now getting into the fight business. What are your thoughts on it? And do you think it's either, good or bad for the sport that these social media guys are going into the fight business?
Well, I think I'm a little bit leaning in both directions, right? I mean, I love the idea that these guys are raising awareness. They're giving them opportunity, other fighters to make more money. But I think that the responsibility is not Jake Paul, Logan Paul, or these other fighters. It's not their responsibility, right? The responsibility falls on the commission, the athletic commission, the people that are legislating these fights. They need to make sure that they do not cross over in the professional industry and allow these guys to call themselves a professional boxing match. It's an entertainment. It's an entertainment industry. So when someone goes in like a Logan Paul or Jake Paul and they go in and they fight Mayweather, do not mix it up with rankings or with being a professional boxer, because it's entertainment. And the reason why I say that is because there's people out there who have put their whole career and their whole life into becoming something, and they're sitting there waiting to fight a Mayweather. Someone like Jake Paul comes in and fights him. Yeah. I don't have a problem with that. All I do is like, if that's going to happen, make sure that you give the guys who were supposed to have those opportunities to fight, make sure that they have a place to fight. And I think that it's really up to the promoters. It's up to the commission to make sure that they legislate and sanction these things so they're in the right compartments and not allowing them to cross over into a world where people are literally serious about their job and have put many, many, many years into that, and don't allow those people to be cut out of what they're trying to work to get. So I don't have a problem with that. I think it's interesting. I think it helps build the sport, but at the same time, it needs to be separated from what people see as a boxing event. They need to put it in as a celebrity boxing match or a celebrity event or a something, but not a professional boxing match. It's an exhibition, whatever you want to call it, but do not put it in that category as a professional fight.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. Absolutely.
It's perfect. He hits the nail on the head. Yeah.
Because when you see like Jake Paul like fighting like a Nate Robinson and it's scheduled as a professional bout, and I'm like, that's not a professional bout,
right.
And it,
even if the commission isn't counting it as a pro match, because they're not, but you're allowing them to represent it as a pro boxing match. To me, that's wrong. I think I don't have a problem doing that. I think it's fun. I'll watch. I love it. But I don't like the misrepresentation of what they're doing. And what it means in the world of sports. That's what I don't like.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah, I totally agree. And it's because people, especially like, you have the casual fans that don't know a lot, and they think, oh, that's a professional fighting or this fighting. Like, it's not.
If you want to do that, then fight your way up the ranks, because that's what everybody has to do. You don't get a shot at the title. You don't get a shot at the champion. You got to work your way up. You got to have 50, 30, 40, 50 fights, right? I mean, you got to earn your way there. You got to have amateur skills. You got to turn pro. Once you turn pro, you got to fight a bunch of fights to get in the ranking. Once you get in the ranking, then you got to work your way up through the rankings, and then you get your title shot. That's a whole lot of work for people to put in, to have somebody walk in and then represent themselves as fighting a world champion. You're getting, and to me, that you got to make sure you separate, because it's gonna hurt the industry, because people are they're getting pissed off because it's being represented as something it's not. And I think as long as you represent it what it is, it's an entertainment industry. This is, all fights are, but it's not a pro boxing match. It's not sanctioned by any sanctioned by any commission as far as being a pro boxing match or an amateur boxing match, because they haven't signed or done the things they needed to do to move themselves through this professional or amateur ranking system. But if you're going to mix a pro boxer in with an amateur, you cannot sanction it as an amateur fight. It's sanctioned as something else, but not amateur or pro.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, totally agree. Absolutely. And, and especially now